Welcome to the Mental Militia, uniting minds and freeing souls from the bonds of mental slavery and ruling class manipulation.
Welcome to video number 8. I did videos number 4, 5, 6, and 7 all at the same time yesterday, and I was just kind of like very out of it and drained by the end of the night. Video number 7, the passport video, I'm pretty happy with it, but it didn't have some things in it, and I just kind of started thinking about some stuff, and I decided I wanted to go into some more details on some of this stuff. So we're actually going to do an expansion on video number 7. First and foremost, a fan sent me this this shirt, and I hate to say it, but I tried to find who it was, and I couldn't find it. I know it's super shitty. Literally, I can't, I get so many messages and emails that I can't find anyone or anything, bro. Like, I go on Instagram and I type in the search bar, like, shirt or t-shirt or I'm going to send you, and it just doesn't fucking work, bro. So if you don't specifically send me like, hey man, did you ever get that shirt I sent you with like a picture of the fucking shirt? I'm literally never going to find you. And I know that sounds, ultra shitty or whatever, but I just don't, there's just no other way to, for me to fix that or to help you with that or do anything. Okay. So, thank you very much, whoever sent me this shirt and all the cool merch, and thank you to Landis for making me this, and thank you to everyone for everything that everyone sent me. It's just so fucking cool. I love it. So there's that. I know I said that the 3, 4, 5 stars don't mean shit and all that. I'm going to go ahead and just show this to you that I have a 5-star. But again, it's not, I've only done 2 personally, one for me and one from a close friend of mine, and he got a 5-star. So the 3, 4, 5-star thing, I'm not so sure anymore, but I want to show you this so you guys can see it. So, I'm not bullshitting, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Here we go. Okay, so that's the 5-star. Again, I don't really think that shit even matters anymore, because as we start to move into the right column of what we were going over in the video number 7, which we're going to go into a little bit more here, I don't really think that the whole thing really fucking matters. I'm honestly more interested at this point in seeing people sue the Department of State for trying to push the 14th Amendment on them when the 14th Amendment doesn't exist. Actually, I started thinking about it more and more over the past day, and I started thinking like, hey, what if we just didn't even use the long-form birth certificate? What if we just did like how it was 100 years ago, and we only used the birth affidavit? So I'm actually going to change my opinion on this. We're going to go over the explanatory statement, which is this, and then we're going to go over the DS-10. I actually think that you should attach a DS-10 and the explanatory statement to, and I may even change the explanatory statement now that I'm thinking about it. We'll see. I may add a little sentence in there like, I've attached a DS-10 and blah blah blah. Let's see how this goes, and then I may actually adjust the explanatory statement to add that in. So this form is used when no birth certificate exists for a person born in the United States, or when a U.S. birth certificate was filed more than a year after birth. This form or a written statement that includes all the information on this form must be filled out by a close blood relative, for example, an older brother or sister, who has personal knowledge of the details of the passport applicant's birth, or by a person who is personally involved in the passport applicant's birth, for example, the attending physician. The person filling out this form is the affiant. The form is an affidavit. An affidavit is a signed written statement that an affiant swears or affirms is true. Cool. That's a cool definition. I like that. Very simple. Very true. Very simple definition. The form is submitted with an application for a U.S. passport. This is looking pretty good to me. The affiant is the person who has personal knowledge and remembers the passport applicant's birth, e.g. a close blood relative or attendant physician. The affiant must remember and explain the passport applicant's birth in detail. The affiant must submit a clear photocopy of the front and back of the valid identification of the affiant presented to the passport agent. Okay. You must sign the form. Okay. Date, early public records, for example, baptismal certificate, hospital birth certificate, early school records, delayed birth certificate. I mean, look, you could even send in a long-form birth certificate with the DS-10. You could even send them both in, right? I don't know too much about this, so I am in territory that I am aware of, but not super familiar with. So this is the applicant, right? Let's see here. Let's see here. The applicant is the person asking for a passport, and the affiant is the one who is the family member, right? This is such a simple form. We could do Williams, Brandon, Joe. Let me make sure you guys are with me. My goofiness. Okay, good. We're good. Male. Oh, they don't have X on here yet. Ooh. Yeah, not a very progressive form there, DS-10. living in the 90s there, Mr. DS-10. Passport applicant's date of birth. Now this is going to be mine. We're not talking about the ens legis here. We're talking about me. Okay. Place of birth. Unincorporated. I don't know, bro. You could say all sorts of crazy shit here. You can go crazy. Marylville, unincorporated, Indiana territory. We could try that. I don't know. We could try 123 Purple Monkey Lane. You could do whatever you want. Passport applicant's current home address. Okay, no problem. We would do either rule-free delivery or Purple Monkey Lane or something like that. No problem. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nation of the Amnesty Coalition. Right. How many? Now we start getting into your family member, your mom or whoever it is. How many years have you known? Let's say it was my mom. I'm 38 years old, so I'd be 38. How do you, the affiant, know the passport applicant? I gave birth to the unincorporated man named, I don't know, I'm just totally making this up as we go, okay? Write everything you, the affiant, remember about the passport applicant's birth in detail. Include the date, time, location of the passport applicant's birth, individuals present, and any other personal knowledge about the event and how you, the affiant, obtain knowledge of the event. My son, whom of which has been assumed to be a 14th Amendment citizen, falsely, was born on Jan 28th, 1986 at around 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know. I'm not going to look all that up right now. On the original birth certificate, it appears as though I mistakenly naturalized my son as per 8 U.S.C. 1101 subsection A23 into a corporation called state of Indiana, which is, uh-oh, you guys lost me here. I'm going to put you back. I have no idea why my camera keeps cutting out, guys, so I'm just going to have to keep checking and just keep putting it back. I apologize. There's no way for me to, I have no idea how to fix that, so you can read this. We're not too lost here. I apologize, and I'm not going to keep apologizing throughout the course, so this is going to be a continual issue, and we're just going to deal with it as we go, okay? It appears as though I mistakenly naturalized my son as per 8 U.S.C. 1101 subsection A23 into a corporation called State of Indiana, which is either a federal zone, which is treated as though it is in the United States, or it is a corporation literally, physically, well, it wouldn't be physically, literally located in the District of Columbia. My son was not born in or naturalized into any incorporated state. Oops. What is happening here? He is, my son was not born in naturalized. He is, he was born as what is called a state citizen as per the slaughterhouse cases from 1871, and was never supposed to be naturalized or and was never supposed to be naturalized or made both a national and citizen as per 8 U.S.C. 1401. He is clearly a non-citizen national in accordance with 8 U.S.C. 1101 subsection, no, 1408. Ooh, boy, this is hot. This is fucking hot. I was going to bed last night and I woke up today and I was so fucking pissed. I went out for like some Jose Cuervo and a cigar. This really nice cigar place. And I was just thinking, like, God, I just feel like I'm missing something. Video number 7, it was cool. Like, I really wanted to loosen things up and show you guys all the new paths that we can take with all of this. But I just felt like, I don't know, I was just tired and it was like only 45 minutes long and I fucked up and missed the explanatory statement and stuff. And I'm going to move all the videos back because this was not part of the plan to make another video like this. So just making adjustments as we go. But this is fucking amazing, bro. Let me just focus on this for a second here. 1408. Whoops. 8 USC 1408. Come on. 8 USC 1408. Nationals but not citizens, right? And we're going to go down here and we're going to go to a person born outside of the United States and its outlying possessions of parents, one of whom is an alien and the other a national, right? So you can say, you could pick any of these. You could even say more than one, who are both nationals but not citizens of the United States and have had a residence in the United States prior to the birth of such a person, right? That one, a person of unknown parentage found in an outlying possession of the United States while under the age of 5 until shown prior to his attaining the age of 21 not to have been born in such a... I don't know. Pick one of these. One of whom is an alien. A person not a citizen or national. Oh, interesting. And the other a national but not citizen. You could go on through here and pick something specific if you wanted to, or we can just say he is clearly a non-citizen national in accordance with due to one or more points of to name my son as a U.S. citizen or 14th Amendment person / citizen, I don't know, person or citizen, would be a violation of 18 U.S.C. 911 and would need to be reported to a court, a competent court, as a felony violation in accordance with 18 U.S.C. 4. Again, I'm just making this up as we go. This is completely all you. So what I'm saying here is if you guys make my son a U.S. citizen, it's going to be a violation of USC 911, 18 USC 911. Whoever falsely and willfully represents himself to be a citizen of the United States shall be fined under this title or in prison not more than 3 years or both. And then you have 18 USC 4, misprision of felony. That might not even be the correct pronunciation. Whoever having knowledge of the actual commission of a felony cognizable by a court of the United States conceals and does not as soon as possible make known the same to some judge or other person in civil or military authority under the United States shall be fined under this title or in prison not more than 3 years or both. So that's my just real quick off the cuff design of how something like this could go. You got to make sure it all prints. If it doesn't all print and it gets cut off or something, you may have to attach a page or whatever. I don't know how this is going to print. The affiant must sign this in front of a passport agent.
In the wake of the unimaginable, in the shadow of uncertainty, in the face of fear, it's time to rediscover.
We can live, we can love, we can hope, we can rise, we can be more, be more.
Your hope.
We can dream, we can fly, we can change, we can ride, we can be more, be more.
Your purpose.
We can live, we can love, we can hope, we can rise, we can be more, be more.
Your passion.
We can dream, we can fly, we can change, we can ride, we can be more.
Your potential.
Take your name, show your mind. Raise your head, raise it high. Don't look back, reach inside. There is more to this life.
You.
Live, love, and hope, and rise. Be more, be more. We can dream, we can fly, we can change, we can ride. Be more, be
Passport acceptance agent or notary. Okay. You can get this notarized, or your mother, in this case, can come with you. You adjust this, take your mom with you, or have her, the affiant. My mother's name is Deborah Lynn Young. I don't know if I'd put her, maiden name. Probably not. Maybe Geisen, I believe, is the Social Security number. I don't know my mom's off the top of my head, and I wouldn't put that here anyways. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My mother's date of birth, I don't know. We'll put 0, 1, 2, 3, and then I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you have to put the date of birth of the mother. That'd be the person here. Address of the affiant. I mean, we could do rule-free delivery. Rule-free delivery would be, I know I spelt rule wrong in video number 7 in the permanent address spot. I'm not going to reshoot the whole video because of that, so keep that in mind. And then, whatever. Rule-free delivery, you could do P.O. Box would be great. You could do CO, 123 First Street, or you could do 123 Purple Monkey Lane, whatever you want. You just wouldn't put an address without a CO. You wouldn't establish residency. You don't want to establish residency, okay? So it's got to be either CO with an address, let's say it was downtown Los Angeles. This is okay. 91, I don't know, 24, I have no idea what's down there, right? So this would be okay, because CO means I don't live here, I just received mail here. You could even do CO and then the name of a person, James Jameson, or whatever. Or you could do rule-free delivery, Glendale, California, 91209, 209. You could do, in my opinion, the ideal would be a P.O. Box. This would be the ideal scene. This is in my opinion, the ideal if you can do this. Passport would be ideal, or some other kind of identification. Driver's license probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world you can give them. Fill out this info. On this date, the affiant listed above, who is not related to me personally, appeared before me and is known to me to be the person whose name is blah, blah, blah. So this is where the notary would sign, or the name of the passport agent if you physically went into the passport office with your mother. Now, we lost the camera again. I'm going to go back. Here we go. I'm going to check the camera again after this and see if I can fix this some more, but I'm not going to keep reshooting all this and fuck with this. So you guys have to just deal with the camera. Let's see here. How many years? So here's this, in case this got canceled or fucked up. We'll go to the top here. You can read this, and then we'll scroll down just a touch, and you can read this some more. And then I did this. Printed name of the affiant, which would be your person. Now, for signature of affiant, you're going to do without prejudice, by, colon, and then they're going to sign their name here. And ideally a P.O. Box, and then their affiant's date of birth, which is mother's date of birth, mother's social security number, and then if you're going in person, they're going to sign this, or if you are using a notary, then the notary will sign down there. This looks pretty fucking cool. I have no idea what will happen with this, so if you guys want to go in this direction, and then they deny your passport. Now you got to think. The reason why you sue someone is because if they deny your passport, then now you have grounds to sue them for breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duties, or whatever, right? If they approve everything and they give you everything, then you can't really sue someone, like I was telling you before, right? So if you do all this and they don't give it to you, then boom, now we have grounds for a justiciable controversy, which is the definition for, that of which, what is a justiciable controversy? All right, let's take a look at that. What is a justiciable controversy? Right. A real and substantial dispute that can be decided by a court and is suitable for the court to hear and decide on its merits. It must be concrete and definite and involve parties with opposite legal interests. The controversy must also allow for specific relief through a conclusive decree and not be hypothetical, academic, or moot. So we have a justiciable controversy here once you send all this in and they say, go fuck yourself. Okay, so I would go so far as to say the DS-11 combined with the DS-10, just like this, and then you're also going to send in this explanatory statement, which we're going to go over right now, okay? And if there's any difficulties getting this explanatory statement, if there's any I might add a line to this explanatory statement talking about the DS-10 form, actually. But, I guess we don't really need to. The DS-10 form is pretty fucking clear. We'll see. I may or may not, okay? So Section 1, hello, I realize that my legal name signifies a public corporation, which is defined as the following. It's written in these 3 various variations with the all caps name. And I want to thank you for having a corporation, which we can use in commerce. I will not attach a durable power of attorney. If you would like a copy of it, then please write to me, and I'll be more than happy to send you an original wet ink copy. If you'd like to see what my durable power of attorney looks like, you can go to williamsandwilliamslawfirm.com. You can go to the About page, scroll down to my personal living section on my About page, and you're going to scroll down to near the bottom. Brandon Williams and I, Joe Williams and I, all caps, registered trademark, have a durable power of attorney. Click on this, and you can actually view the power of attorney that I have, and this may get updated. This was recently updated in June, so you can read through this and copy this or whatever you want if you want to see my durable power of attorney. But when you send this in, you should have a durable power of attorney. If you say you're not going to attach it, but I can give you a copy if you need it, you should have a copy. That makes the most sense to me. Some information here. I'm not a 14th Amendment citizen. I have more than 1 point of 8 U.S.C. 1408 that applies to me, and I am a national but not citizen since birth. Okay, so that's already here. I already had this here. This is good. In fact, Congress has already been clear. I just added this before I made this video. Literally, just before I made this video, I added this. In fact, Congress has already been clear, the 90th Congress, Volume 113, that it was never properly ratified by 3/4 of the states. The 14th Amendment federal U.S. citizen category doesn't even legally exist, okay? Some more info, endorsement codes, some more info. I am a non-citizen foreign national, blah, blah, blah. So you can read through this. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. And we're talking about non-commercial vehicles, and we're going to make our own plates. And then, boom, here's the covenant. So I already showed you that earlier. It's the covenant from the Nation of the Amnesty Coalition website. It's just this covenant right here is the entire second section of the explanatory statement. So we are not going to get into all of that. You can read this for yourself. There has been some adjustments that have been made over the past day or two to this. The main things that were added to this were point number 3. I just added this. This was brand new. The recognition of the 14th Amendment of the United States is the most evil, illegal, and racist thing that has ever been activated in North America. It was never legally ratified, and as an ambassador of the Nation of the Amnesty Coalition, you agree to do everything in your power at all times to stop, clarify, eliminate, destroy, harm, and attack the 14th Amendment, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And then I also added this number 4. You promise to work toward the usage of real money and to eliminate negotiable instruments to be circulated as currency. Like I said, we're going to get into that later, so don't worry too much about this. It may even be good for you to just wait to fill all this out until after the course is completed, because otherwise some of this stuff you may not totally understand. I know you might be excited to get rolling on some of this stuff, but it might be smarter for you to just cool your tits and wait until the end of the course, because by the end of the course, you're going to understand. It may seem very foreign to you that you could possibly understand all of these documents. By the end of the course, you're going to understand all these documents to the point where you can write them from scratch. Okay, so it's not, don't worry too much about that. Okay, come back to me for a moment. I get a lot of people asking me, and this is a good spot in the course to address this. How can I help? How can I give back to you, give back to the community, give back as a Pickletarian, an ambassador of the Amnesty Coalition, if you decide to be such a thing. The answer to that question is share, share, share. I want you to share, share, share. Everyone deserves to have this information. Everyone deserves to have access to this information, which is why I give it away for free. In fact, I'm probably going to start paying around $10,000 a month to give this away for free. Let me just show you. Let me pull up a piece of information real quick. Let me pause the video for a moment. So you can see here. Let me just make sure. Let me just see here. You can see here how much I have spent on just Facebook and Instagram marketing. You can see here, there's a couple of accounts here that were my landscaping company. This one here is my landscaping company. This one here is my landscaping company. But you can see here, this one is for One Stupid Fuck. All of these are all for One Stupid Fuck, and then I will be recreating all of these ads after I finish the 2.0 course, and we're going to be going into. I'll probably be spending about $10,000 a month just to give away this course for free. So if I take away this $12,000 that I did on the landscaping, this is the total amount that I've spent so far. This is just Meta, and I'm trying to think if I spent much anywhere else. I don't really think so. I mean, my email list is gigantic. I spend probably $450 a month on that. So if we were to take away this 12,000 here, and then this 2,000 here, so about 14,000 total, I've spent probably $112,000 on just giving away this information for free, either giving away the videos for free, giving away the course for free, or whatever. I'm going to be kicking that up into high gear after the 2.0 gets released. I'll probably do $10,000 a month for a while. If I can sustain that forever, I will. If I can do more than that, I will. Again, like I say on my websites and everything, my ultimate dream is to start getting infinite money and start doing, $40,000 to $50,000 a month, just giving away the course for free. That's kind of like my ultimate goal. So, share, share, share. Tell everyone about the course. Tell everyone about the information. I don't want to get into a situation where I could get deplatformed or anything could happen. I've had absolutely no issues with shadow banning or anything else, but at the same time, I do want to be careful, which is why I always focus on building my email list. I want to make sure that people are signing up for the email list, not just sharing the video links. So please invite people to sign up on the actual email list, because then if everything goes down, if my Facebook goes down, my Instagram goes down, TikTok, if everything in the world goes down, I make backups of my email list in multiple locations. I will never, ever, 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 ever lose my email list. So that's a good tip for anyone who's doing anything at all in today's world. If you're building everything on social media, to me, that's really, really fucking stupid, and everyone does it. No one builds an email list. I'm the only fucking guy in the world that builds an email list. I don't understand it. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. If you aren't building an email list, you have no insurance policy. Nothing. I have an email list. I clean the fuck out of it. I back it up constantly. I will never, ever, 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 ever lose. Right now I think it's around 40,000 people, and after 2.0 gets released, it's going to become, 80, 90 like that. You and I both know that. So, when you do a Facebook post or an Instagram post, only like 500, 600 people see it, only like 1% or 0.5% of your total audience. Bro, email list is the best goddamn thing that ever happened to anybody. And why people build everything on social media makes absolutely no sense to me. Social media is trash compared to the power of a fucking email list. If I send out 40,000 emails, it's 40,000 people looking at it. I mean, that shit's crazy, bro. So please make sure people sign up for my email. I don't abuse my email list. I do say a lot of horrible things, but I'm not going to start selling shit. If I ever sell anything, it'll be good shit or good recommendations that I have for people or important things that they really should look at for purchase. Okay. The other thing that I really need from everybody, if you are asking yourself, how can I give back and how can I support you? As I just showed you in the new changes to the explanatory statement and the covenant, the 14th Amendment needs to be obliterated. I want my country back. That's what I want. The 14th Amendment was a theft of my country, and my country has been stolen and raped since 1871, and that pisses me off, and that's why I'm here. It's not government. It's not anything that is just this like weird foreign parasite that needs to get burned with a flamethrower. Okay, the 14th Amendment is, I want my country back. That's what I want. If you want to help me and you want to assist me and you want to do something for me and you want to give back to me and you want to help me get, I want my country back. And the definition of me getting my country back is the obliteration, destruction, and burning. I want to stand over the 15th Amendment smoking a cigar while it fucking burns. That's what I want. I want nothing in the world. I don't want a yacht. If you were like, Brandon, I'll give you a $50 million yacht and a helicopter. I don't want any of that shit, bro. It's just something to clean and fix and fuck with, and it's annoying, and I got to pay for storage. I don't fucking care, bro. What I want is I want my fucking country back. That's what I want. Okay? So if you want to help, if you want to help me personally and you want to know what I want, that's what I want, just to be very, very clear. I haven't really talked about that clearly before, so here I am.
If you think that all is lost, that every dream has faded, that the last light of hope is gone, think again. It's there within you, something that can never die.
You can live again.
The power
Live again.
to rise, to create, to live again.
You can live again. You can live again. You can stand on your own 2 feet. You can rise up from any defeat. You can live.
Because nothing is more powerful than you.
One last thing I wanted to cover from the last video that I just felt like would be important and I just wasn't able to or whatever. You guys are sending documents and letters and all this stuff, and a long, long time ago I used to send in Polaroids and all that stuff. You guys will see that in the first course if you go and watch that. Me sending in Polaroids and all sorts of goofiness trying to figure out what to do. This is all you need. 1 page, Freedom of Information Act request. There's no emotion. There's no fuck you. There's no anger. There's no nothing. You just, hi, Freedom of Information Act request. This is what I need. And then here's a little bit of data, and that's it. And they will almost always, I get responses, bro, no joke, 2 days, 3 days. I think they have 10 days legally to respond. So don't send them 900 pages. Send them, you know, a handful of pages, or 1 page, 1 to 2 pages. If you need 900 pieces of information, do like 10 at a time. Okay. This is just an example. You can put on here copies of the original note for a loan with any endorsements. You can put on here, you know, I need something else, whatever it is that you need. You just very kind, very matter of fact. And you can even type in California DMV FOIA request phone number. You can type that in. Here we go. Request records by calling. You can click here. FOIA requests. You can do, you know, FOIA requests. Internal Revenue Service. There's information here as to, you know, how do you send it? Where's the address that you send it to? What's the fax number? Is there a phone number you can call? You can go through all this and you can find all sorts of information on that. You don't need to beg and yell and plead and send letters and letters and letters. This is the way that you collect all information for evidence, or for, you know, you sent in a revocation of election to the IRS and you're worried about the fact that they may have never processed it. You can send in a FOIA request to see if they processed it. Yeah, so that's it. I wanted to show you that. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and then we're going to move on to what I had planned for this video, which is cars and driving and all the good stuff. So give me a moment. Okay, I believe I just fixed the camera again. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think we're going to be good here. I think I finally figured it out. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try my best. So here's the next part we're going to be getting into. That was actually kind of like an extension of video number 7, but I'm not going to go reshooting these things. I don't know how to edit videos, so I'm just not going to. I just don't care. And I know I'm not going to have anyone else help me because things get fucked up and it's like annoying, and like I just don't care, but I'm not going to deal with that at all. So thank you for your offer. If you're trying to help me with video, I just don't care. It's just not something I'm going to get involved with. I just don't. If you don't like the fact that it's 2 videos or it's cut up or I'm a little bit lost here, then don't watch the videos. Fuck you. Go sit and spin on a fucking gigantic cuke. You fucking dumb piece of shit. It's real simple. Okay. All right. Cars, traveling, etc. We've already gone over some of this. I think for a lot of you, that part, even for me, it was a bit like, holy shit, Brandon, like you knew this, but like, wow, like this is like a whole nother like understanding. Looking over the certificate of title and how you're actually the executor and how you actually created this whole nightmare, this trust, right? It's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and look at the legal definition of the word license. I'm going to pause the video for a moment. Okay, here we go. License. Where is it? There it is. Right. Certificate or the document itself which gives permission. Now keep in mind, a corporation, which is foreign to the United States of America, is giving you permission to do something. If you don't find that to be absolutely insane, I don't know why you're here. That is the craziest shit. Imagine like Starbucks, but like the French version of Starbucks in France is issuing licenses for you to do something over here. That's literally, that's the way, I mean, in my own head, that's kind of like how I think about it. And it's absolutely fucking hilarious to me, bro. Hilarious. We're going to get into, is it this one? Yeah, I think we're going to get into my driver's license on this one. I'll show you guys pictures of how I changed it and how I got rid of it. And like, bro, that shit's fucking... I couldn't believe that I had this joke of a thing called a fucking driver's license. My God, what was I doing? It's amazing what you don't know. I'm trying to find this one specific thing. Permission to do something that would otherwise be considered not allowable as one of my favorite one, right? So I will talk a teeny bit here, and then I'll probably pause this for a moment, right? We have an authority to do a particular act or series of acts which would amount to a trespass without permission. let's see here. A license confers upon licensee neither contractual nor vested rights. It's not about rights. Rights you already have. It's about privileges. That's why they always say like, oh, driving is a privilege, not a right, and blah blah. Right? They're talking about two different things, right? It's a privilege if you're a U.S. citizen and you're inside the District of Columbia. It's a right if you're a true American or Californian and you're living in the unincorporated California state. That's the actual conversation. Everyone else is complaining and bitching and moaning and arguing about something completely irrelevant. Because when they say driving is a privilege, not a right, they're actually correct. Under most circumstances, that is correct. But as a non-citizen national domiciling in the unincorporated California state, that statement would be incorrect. Driving or operating or whatever you want to call it, or traveling or whatever you want to call it, it would be a right, not a privilege at that point. And they can bitch and moan and complain and do all that, and I will fucking crush them in a court of law. Like, I will literally embarrass you. I will drag you through fucking discovery. So discovery, I'll go back to me. So discovery is like where you can ask questions and interrogatories, and you can do depositions, which is where you can ask them questions on film. Bro, if I got 8 hours, I would just use every minute of all 8 hours, and I would just sit there and I'd be like, do you know the definition of driver from Title 49, Section 390.5T? No. Oh, interesting. The definition of driver from Title 49 CFR 390.5T is any person who operates any commercial motor vehicle. Would you happen to understand the definition of the word commercial? Well, so you mean to tell me, Officer Jones, that you've been on the force for how long, Officer Jones? 22 years. Oh, fascinating. And in 22 years, you've never understood the definition of the word driver? Well, how many tickets have you given in 22 years, Officer Jones? Well, would you say more than 25,000? Yeah, I would. Oh, fascinating. So are you admitting on camera to 25,000 counts of fraud? Oh, well, I'm telling you. And that's like, how long was that? 30, 40 seconds, 20 seconds? Imagine 8 grueling fucking hours where the guy literally is having sexual dreams of dying during the fucking interview. He wants to die. How fucking cool is that, bro? That's what people need to be doing. And it's not about vengeance. This is not a conversation about vengeance. This is justice. This is justice. It's not about vengeance. This is not vengeful. This is justice. Justice is the two pendulums. Something has occurred that has violated your rights, and you're just gonna balance those scales. That's it, bro. You're just balancing the scales. You may be having a little bit of fun in the process, a little bit of fun, crush this guy's soul, whatever. But the thing is, sometimes people need to have their souls crushed. Sometimes by crushing someone's soul, you're saving 25,000 other individuals who would have been robbed by that other individual over the next 20 years if you didn't fucking take action. So I hate this shit, man. I hate this whole, I'm just going to get my case dismissed. You're fucked. We're going to be in a dystopian nightmare. We're going to be in 1984. You're going to have a barcode on your fucking forearm, and it's over, bro. In 10 years, it's over. If people don't start, it's not about revenge. If people don't start behaving in the eyes of justice and actively doing what needs to be done to correct the bullying and the horse shit and get paid in the process, You should get paid very fucking handsomely. You should be getting, you get pulled over and you're detained for an hour. You should get $100,000, and you should get the officer's badge, and you should get the police station corrected, and you should get the police academy corrected, and you should get $50,000 from them and $50,000 from them. You should. You are essentially a consultant, and you are fixing areas that the law they're operating outside of the law. So you need to. I think I'm not going to say you need to do anything. That's an obligation. I don't. As a member of the Ars Amorati, Zamparian teaches us obligation is the only real sin. That's why I don't tell anyone what to do. That's the actual background behind why I don't tell anyone what to do. For me to give you or saddle you with an obligation is for me to sin. Okay, that's the way I think. Okay, so I'm not giving you an obligation. I'm telling you what to do. I'm just saying if you would like to get paid a lot for being a consultant to fix the goddamn country that's going to shit, please think about and think about it more and more as this course goes forward, because we're going to get into that later. I understand right now at the course, if you're new to this information, it's like, whoa, Brandon, you are way off the deep end with this shit. I'm just planting the little seed there. Boop. Right? And we're just going to see if by the end of this long course, we got a long ways to go. Let's just see if maybe possibly we can get you there. Maybe. That's all I ask. I'm not saying yes, no, fuck me, fuck my ass or whatever, cucumbers and everything else. I'm just saying let's just put it there and just see if maybe by the end of the course you could possibly maybe want to go in that direction. That's all I ask. That's all. No obligation, no craziness, nothing crazy. Don't you worry your pretty little head. You can just cool your tits down real fast, okay? So, I can't find this definition of license. It's so many goddamn definitions. It's really cool. It's like permission to do something which would otherwise be considered permission to do something. I want to say which or that would otherwise be considered unallowable. Let's just give this a moment and see what comes up. I'm not going to pursue this anymore. But anyways, you're going to a foreign corporation that might as well be in Italy to ask for permission. Oh, Daddy, can I fucking... Can I drive my vehicle, Daddy? You're going to France to ask that. I mean, fucking pathetic, bro. Come on. Really? Jesus. Right. So let's go to the next part of this. We're going to go to a state jurisdiction title. AAMVA. Oops. State jurisdiction title. Let's see. MCO AAMVA. Here we go. So this is straight from the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators. And I've heard some stories about how, this is a PMA and all the DMVs are underneath this. And I don't know. Could be. I don't care. DMV is dead to me. We're going to bury these cocksuckers here pretty soon. So they're just going to be a part of our history books. That's all I'm not a big fan of the DMV. I'll fucking hang out with the IRS before I'll hang out with the fucking DMV. At least the IRS follows fucking instructions. DMV is... Oof. Oh, and if anybody's watching this from the DMV and they're like, he's libeling and slandering us, please, God, sue me. Oh, my God. I won't need Viagra for the rest of my life. I mean, please, God, sue me. I'll turn it into the biggest fucking PR campaign, bro. Brandon Joe Williams, one stupid fuck versus Department of Motor Vehicles. We'll have that shit. I'll go to every goddamn news station, every fucking newspaper. I'll be doing Channel 5 news. Dude. I'll be dressing up in costumes. Please bring me that Pornhub, bro. Please sue me. I beg of you. Please. I'll give up pussy. Oh, God, that'd be the best, dude, if you guys sued me. Oh, I can't even. I'm getting turned on, bro. Maybe I need to pause the video for a moment. Just the idea of the DMV suing me. Oh. Oh my God, it's like having a prostate orgasm. Ugh. Anyways, let me just calm down. Let me calm down off that Pornhub adventure in my mind. Okay, manufacturer certificate of origin, AAMVA. And just by the way, just real quick, I just want to go over one thing with you guys. All these videos so far have been like all business, just fucking no jokes, no nothing. And I know there's a lot of people from the first course that really enjoyed the kind of more crazy, all over the place style I did in the first course. I think this video is kind of where I'm going to start maybe putting some of that in. I don't want to put a lot of it in. I'm trying to make this just absolute flame hot action, no bullshit. But I'm kind of getting to the point now on this course where we're really, really rolling, and I really got things established, and I'm really excited about what we've already gone over and what we're going over and where the future is on this course. I think this course is going to fucking literally change the world. That might sound egotistical. I don't know how you guys watch the first fucking video course. I can't even watch it. It's fucking trash. I will leave those videos up. I'll probably never watch those fucking things again. They're awful. This is the real shit right here, in my opinion. But anyways, let's get back into this. So MCO, straight from the fucking devil's mouth here now. This is not, I love these naysayers. I don't know if you guys have noticed recently, you've got all these haters coming out of the woodwork. It's crazy to me. I never thought I'd have haters. And then now all of a sudden, all these haters are coming out. I'm not going to, freemanoftheland.net to look up this information. I mean, that's the funny thing. Let's go back to me. You don't see these haters going online and being like, oh, well, Brandon's wrong about this whole MCO thing, and he's going to freemancocksuckersoftsitontheland.net/net, and he's pulling up the, a prostate exam. And no. This is like, we're going to the Cocksuckers Convention 2029. We're going all the way to the Cocksuckers Convention. And we're getting it straight from their mouth, okay? Manufacturer certificate of origin or a manufacturer statement of origin. And by the way, I did just say cocksuckers convention, just in case anyone from the DMV is thinking to sue me for libel and slander. Please, fucking God, please fucking God. I want to tear up. I'm asking you so much. Please, fucking God, I beg of you. I beg of you. Put this in the lawsuit. Put these words in the lawsuit. I beg of you. We are going to have so much fun together. With that said, let's continue. So manufacturer certificate of origin or manufacturer statement of origin refers to the original ownership document for a vehicle. So, it's cool. They're here. They're telling you the truth. It's kind of shocking. They're not fucking with you, not lying with you. Right? The document contains a variety of security features and is provided by the new vehicle dealer and contains specific vehicle information such as year, make, and VIN. Now, I know a lot of people doing all sorts of crazy shit when it comes to all this, trying to get their MSO and trying to do this and trying to do that and send me messages. Just sue everybody, bro. By the end of this course, I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you how to sue everybody. You're going to have 15 lawsuits. You're going to be making everyone's lives miserable. You're going to get your fucking MCO. Plus, you're going to get a whole bunch of damages money for having to waste your time trying to beat everyone's head in to get the fucking MSO. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's the one thing that was missing from the first course, or the 9,000 things that were missing from the first course, is the lawsuits and getting things done and enforcement and all that good stuff. We're going to get into all that shit, but later. First, you need the information, and then now you can request the orders. You can't request the orders if you don't know the information. So getting into all that and enforcement, and then later on is you know the information, you've given the orders, and now they've denied the orders. Now is where the fun begins. Now we start bashing people's heads in with baseball bats. Okay, so that's not the time now. We're going to go over that later. This is not the time to talk about that or learn about that. I understand some of you are more advanced. We have to make this course for everybody. Not that many people are out there bashing in the skulls of government agencies, okay, in the best way possible. Correcting. Remember, we're at peace, so I save colorful language, but really, I mean, seriously, no joke. We're correcting government agencies, okay? That's what we're doing. That's why we're here. We get paid to correct government agencies. We are consultants that have been brought in to fix this shit. That's the way I look at it. I'm no joke. Not even kidding. If I sue you because you're fucking around and you're not following the rules, I'm getting paid for my time fixing your bullshit because you're fucking retarded. Very simple. Very simple. Okay? AAMVA does not issue MCOs, MSOs for vehicles already manufactured. Once a vehicle has been issued a state or jurisdiction title, the MCO, MSO is no longer available. Okay, so what they're talking about here is the pink slip. Certificate of title. We were looking at this in the other video. Let's go ahead and pull it up again. Here's our trust that you created as the executor. You said you wanted to be in this fucking trust and you paid to create this trust with the private for-profit corporation called State of California because you wanted to donate your vehicle into the government to turn it into a business. And you wanted to become the registered owner, or you wanted the ens legis to become a registered owner so that you could have access to the profits of the commercial activity. We already covered that before. I know it's very shocking. Even I was a little bit like after the video, like, damn, like I fucking, like I knew that, but like now it's like even more know that. Kind of wild. Anyways, where is that first one we pulled up with John? Remember John? I sure would like to have that one back, but I'm not seeing it. Let me just see here. California. Where's John at? Is this John? Okay, welcome back. I found one that I can use here. We have the registered owner. Remember, that's the ens legis of which has access to the profit associated with the commercial activity. That is the definition of registered owner. You created this trust. You sent everything in. You filled out all the documents. You paid. You're the executor. You made State of California the trustee, and the beneficiary is the ens legis, otherwise known as the registered owner, called Brandon Joe Williams in all caps. You can be as mad about that as you want. The beauty is, I wanted to tell you this before. Oh, no, I wanted to show you a couple things, actually. Let's just go in order here. I'll show you how I created a document that you can use to destroy all this shit. But let's just hold off on that for just a moment. Let's go back to this. So the AAMVA, the way they describe this trust document, this security, this is a security, by the way. It's why it's on bond paper. I mean, it's a security. It shows security interest. You have a security interest in the profit of the commercial activity. So anything that shows a security interest is a security. It's not that complicated. So if they say, oh, it's not a security, blah, 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 like, oh my God, fucking retard, bro. Infant or person of unsound mind. We're going to get into that later, okay? Anyways, so the AAMVA calls this thing a state or jurisdiction title. You have to send in the MCO or MSO. I'll show you. Department of Motor Vehicles. Manufacturer's Certificate of Origin. Let's see here. Unless a new vehicle is sold by a licensed California dealer and an application for registration of new vehicle is submitted. Now look at that. Be very careful here. Let's read this. A new vehicle by a licensed California dealer. So they have to be licensed. I don't know why you need to be licensed. You need permission to sell cars. You need permission to sell cars. Who the fuck needs permission to sell cars, bro? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Anybody out there watching this who's got a fucking license to sell cars, what the fuck are you doing? Are you in the District of Columbia? You don't know you're in the District of Columbia, but you must be there. An application for registration of new vehicle, Reg 397. You have to fill out an application. Now, the word application means you're asking for something too. Kind of interesting. You know, every word, you know, application for registration of new vehicle is submitted, right? So all applications for original registration and or the title of the new vehicles and motorcycles must, in bold, include a manufacturer certificate / statement of origin. Now, this is interesting. Let's go back to me for a moment. So I bought a brand new motorcycle from Burbank BMW Motorcycles. The guy's actually pretty cool. The guys over there, even though, you know, this is kind of a weird story, but the guys are pretty cool. They tried their best, and they were willing to work with me. So I told them, I said, I'll pay in cash, but I'm getting the MCO, and I put it on the check. I put, you're giving me the MCO, no one else, and if you cash this check, I put it in the memo section of the check, right? And he said, no problem. So he gave me the MSO, but he forced me to fill out that registration for a new vehicle. I told him I didn't want to, and he said, well, I have to. I can't let you take the vehicle without it, which is bullshit, but it's okay. He didn't know that. So I wrote all over it, assigning all sorts of weird ways and all sorts of crazy shit. And there's a power of attorney section on there, which was like, what the fuck? Holy shit! This is how they do everything, bro. I realized they do it all through this power of attorney. Power of attorney just means that you're giving someone else the right to operate as though they are you, in a legal capacity, right? Same shit that we do with the Williams & Williams stuff. We don't operate as attorneys at law. We operate as attorneys in fact, which you can learn all about in my questions and answers section of WilliamsWilliamsLawFirm.com. Anyways, we're not going to get into that now. So he had me fill out this form, and then they sent me this weird title, and it said title only, and then they sent me registration, and I sent back. Actually, I can actually show this to you. Let me pause this first. I'm going to show this to you. Okay, so let's. I just built out a whole bunch of shit into a folder. Let's go through all of it, but I want to finish where we were at first with this. AAMVA does not sell or provide blank MCOs or MSOs. I wanted to show you guys a few things, and then we'll get into story time with Brandon on the fireside chat. Okay, so let's do mcostore.com. Okay, mcostore.com. You can get MCOs. You can get blank MCOs, and they have like a little document, and you can buy them in bulk. They look like this. Okay, I want to show you what mine looks like. This is the one that I got when I bought my motorcycle. You can see this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And then on the back, this is when we filled out the name of dealership, driver's license number. What the fuck? That's kind of weird. Anyways, this is the general manager of the dealership. He filled this out. So what you can do is you can request a vehicle history. Let me pause the video for just a moment. I'll go get you one that I printed off. Okay, so that was the I filled out, that was the, let's see here. So he sold me that. He gave me the MSO. He had me fill out this statement of facts. He was really worried about it. So he wrote the general manager, he wrote this: the motorcycle was picked up and transported on a truck and did not touch any California roads, streets, or highways. He made me tow the vehicle off the lot. This is how I signed it: without prejudice, by Brandon Joe Williams, by Williams Brandon Joe, agent for Brandon Joe Williams, principal. This is title only, right? And then when they sent me the documentation, they didn't have power of attorney and they didn't have the MSO. So I'm actually going to be suing the Department of Motor Vehicles for illegal manufacture of a security, which is also a federal trademark violation because it has my name on the security, right? They sent me this, a certificate of title. Now, in order to have a certificate of title, you have to, and it's so funny, they put my name exactly how I wrote it, last name first. These fucking idiots. Because if you think about it, the all caps name is not a name. It's literally a corporation. So in all caps, Brandon Joe Williams is not the same as Williams Brandon Joe. It's totally different. It's not even referring to the ens legis. Like, these people have no idea, right? It's so funny to me. So you'll see here, it says title only. I wrote so much shit all over that document. I don't know what happened or what I did. I signed so many weird ways and didn't do this and did this and wrote all over it, crossing shit out. Somehow it says here title only. I didn't want to draw a license plate. They didn't send me a license plate. Maybe that's why it says title only. Okay. I got this when I left. I still have this. So they can't create this unless they have this. And since they didn't have this and they created this, that's fraud. And then since they attempted to put the all caps name on here, they created a security using a registered trademark name. That's a federal securities violation. So they're going to get creating a security fictitiously, false negotiable instrument, essentially. That's probably the direction I'll go. And then a federal trademark violation. They made money on this. I got it all written up, and I've already sent them all the letters and everything. I've got the DMV case already ready to go. I just haven't. I wanted to get this 2.0 done first, and I've just been kind of like thinking about how I want to really go about this. But I've got it pretty much ready to go. You're going to see the DMV case here pretty soon. They sent me this registration. What a fucking joke. Registration. You got to be fucking kidding me, right? So they sent me all this shit, and I'm like, oh no, I was fucking pissed, bro. I was so fucking mad when they sent me this shit, right? So what did I do? Let me show you what I sent back. I know I'm a little bit lost here. I do apologize. It's a lot to go over. I'm trying my best here, so work with me on this. Getting a little bit of 1.0 course in here for you guys. This is kind of how I was the entire time on the 1.0 course. Like I said, cars and stuff, this is just a more complicated than literally. And I just really want to show you guys everything. Everything, bro. Like, I'm trying so hard to show you literally everything, bro. I want you to really see it. Okay. So I get all this bullshit. I am fucking so pissed. I am like ready to go down. Anyways, I am definitely having unpeaceful thoughts. Let me tell you that. There's definitely a violation of 18 U.S.C. 11 going through my head in terms of being at peace. Trust me. So what do? I did, let's see. I think I may not have it here. Aha, here we go. So I took this title. Let me see if I still have it up here. I took this title and I wrote all over it. Fraud in big red letters, and I circled it, and I thought I scanned it. Damn it, I should have scanned it. I did it from my car when I sent my car stuff in. It was the same thing. Huge red ink, fraud, securities fraud. This should have never been made. I didn't say who the fuck made this, but circle and big, all over this, all over this, all over I mean, everything was just destroyed. Why is this here? Just this needs to be destroyed immediately. This is fraud, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And I attached that to this document, okay? And I said here, affidavit, notice of void contracts. This is from a while ago, so bear with me. It's a little bit different. I've gone through a lot of learning processes, right? All the originals went to the Office of the Director of the Department of Motor Vehicles, and then I sent a copy of just this affidavit to Mike, the general manager, who's a good guy, by the way. As you can see here, important note, Mike is only being mailed to regarding this notice for the purpose of information. There was no legal issue or commands being issued to Mike, and my experience with him was actually quite pleasant. Thank you, Mike. I want to be clear, because I had a couple other spots that I tried calling and getting MSOs from, and they didn't even call me back. So Mike, if Mike ever sees this, I apologize, because I know there was probably some fear and some annoyance as regards to me, but I truly appreciate you working with me, and I had a great experience with you. And actually, in fact, I'll go ahead and just plug in here real quick. If anyone is looking for a motorcycle, I will actually recommend BMW Motorcycles of Burbank for your needs. So I am a level 3 graduate of the California Superbike School. I bought a motorcycle from the BMW Motorcycles of Burbank. I had a great experience with the sales guy. I had a great experience with Mike. I mean, could things have been better? I suppose if they wouldn't have forced me to fill out that registration form, the application for registration for new vehicle, that would have made the interaction absolutely mind-blowing. But it's okay. I had to tow the vehicle. I had to deal with some bullshit. But you know what? I learned in the process. So thank you very much, Mike. Very happy. We have some definitions here of motor vehicle used for commercial purposes. And then this is just a story. At the end of blah, I purchased this thing. During the transaction, I told Mike my main concern will be getting the original manufacturer statement of origin. Mike agreed. And at the closing, after the motorcycle was paid for, we filled out the back of the MSO together, and the original MSO was given to me as I took possession of the motorcycle. Sadly, during the transaction between myself and Mike, he was under the false impression the motorcycle needed to be registered as a commercial motor vehicle prior to me being able to take possession of the motorcycle. Due to this situation, I was forced under threat of not being able to take possession of the motorcycle to fill out some basic paperwork regarding the motorcycle to be sent to the corporation known as the Department of Motor Vehicles. I signed without prejudice, and as the agent on behalf of the principal and all the documentation, and I have enclosed a copy of the durable power of attorney for your records. I never signed the power of attorney section of any documentation sent to the Department of Motor Vehicles, so I never wanted to release my or the principal's superior title of the motorcycle. I will not be using the motorcycle in any commercial capacity, and I negate all contracts that myself and the principal have with any corporate element. I do not live in the United States as defined in blah, and as is described in blah. I do not reside in state of California. That's why the paperwork begins with CO. Any bonds or securities that were created on behalf of the principal need to be instantaneously closed, and all currency collected or created on behalf of this action needs to be immediately issued to the principal, or it is a securities violation. I have enclosed the motor vehicle registration and the, quote, certificate of title in my mailing to the receiver number 1 above. Please permanently destroy this certificate of title, and also let me just make sure. And also permanently destroy the registration. Please also permanently destroy any other papers, securities, digital documents, accounts, communications, or anything regarding this motorcycle or the principal. This motorcycle will not be operated in commerce, and I hereby withdraw all contract or interest with any and all parties involving this motorcycle. The principal will not be involving himself in the motor vehicle theft prevention program, otherwise known as registration, found in 34 U.S.C. 12611. some people say like registration isn't the motor vehicle theft prevention program from 34 USC 12611, but I'm pretty sure it is still. I'm not 100%. I'm like 92% sure. I do not wish to contract with the corporate foreign state of California or the Department of Motor Vehicles or any other incorporated entity at all whatsoever. This affidavit expresses a complete disavowal and total rejection of all contracts, as this motorcycle will not be involved in commerce for the duration of superior ownership by either myself or the principal. All contracts are now void as if they never existed in the first place, because they didn't. I have enclosed proof of trademark of the principal's name, Brandon Joe Williams, as per serial number blah. All uses of the principal's name are to be instantaneously and fully scrubbed and removed from all databases, computers, paperwork, etc. This motorcycle is now being placed, along with the MSO, in an unincorporated private irrevocable trust of myself, agent, as the trustee. This motorcycle will be used only for non-commercial private purposes. As for future possible transfer of the motorcycle, I will be transferring superior title to this vehicle using either notarized bill of sale and or the MSO itself. Please send a letter to the P.O. Box found at the top of this request. Once the request and this letter have been completed, please complete a full removal of all information regarding this motorcycle, myself as the agent, and also any information of the principal within 10 business days of receipt. If there's any refunds, you can send them to either me or Mike. Thank you. And here we have the notarization, right? And I don't know why there's, second copy. I don't know why there's a bunch of these, but anyways, fuck that. So I sent that. I sent this, and I sent this with writing all over it in red ink. It was awesome. All that got stapled together because I'm like, fuck this. I stapled it, and I had like fucking wrinkle marks all over it. You know, it's like, fuck this thing, right? And sent all that back to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and what I got in response is a form letter, which also really pissed me off. This is why I'm suing them. I mean, multiple reasons, but God, this pissed me off, man. Woo-wee. Shoo-wee. This letter is in response to your recent correspondence. The Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, and its employees disagree with your statements and will not be bound by them. Oh, gee, okay. Talk about rogue agency. Every person within the boundaries of the state of California, it's so funny, even they're so specific. Look at the wording. State is capitalized. They're so perfect. Is subject to its laws and must comply with the California requirements for licensing, registration, and insurance in order to operate, which has a special definition in Title 49, a motor vehicle, which has a special definition in Title 49, on public roads. What the fuck does that mean? Fucking retards.
Every day, millions of people ask, what is Scientology? Here's an idea. What if you just take a look?
Take for yourself.
What if you see for yourself
No one else can see.
who we are,
No one else.
what we believe,
Take for yourself.
and what we stand for? Our doors are open
See for yourself.
to all people of all faiths in every corner of the world.
Just look inside. You will know it when you see with your own eyes.
So what is Scientology?
See for yourself.
Maybe it's time to look and decide for yourself.
Under California law, and that's not true actually, it's under state of California statute would be the correct sentence there. Driving a motor vehicle, totally different term, is a privilege granted by the state, should be capitalized, through its power to regulate traffic. Now, if they said under state of California statutes, comma, driving a motor vehicle is a privilege granted by the capital S state through its power to regulate traffic, that statement would be completely true. But them saying under California law, they're mixing two entirely different jurisdictions in this sentence. Under California law, that has more of a tendency to refer to the unincorporated California state, which that would make this sentence completely untrue. Driving, which means any person operating any commercial motor vehicle. A vehicle, which by itself doesn't really have a definition necessarily. It would need to be motor vehicle, is a privilege. They're referring to the 14th Amendment, granted by the state. That needs to be capitalized. That's a proper noun. They're referring to State of California, which is a corporation located either in a federal zone or in the District of Columbia, through its power to regulate traffic. Okay? So there's a lot of confusions here. They have this half written correctly. Okay? It is not a right. Now, if they would have written this sentence the way I just described it, that would be correct. It is not a right. But they fucked up. They fucked up badly. Half the sentence is incorrect. So they can't fall back on that. You know, they do the same shit to us with all the words and all the bullshit. I'm doing the same goddamn thing back to them 100 times worse than they could ever do to me. And they do the same shit and they can't complain because they know in the back of their head, I'm doing the same motherfucking thing they're doing to us. What are you going to do? Complain, bitch? I'm doing the same fucking thing you're doing. Oh, you can't say that. You can't. Whoa. The kettle, what is it? The kettle calling the whatever fucking colors. I don't remember the fuck. You're crazy. You're doing the same thing every motherfucking day. Wait a second. Can I sit down on some of your cases? Let's just have a seat here now. Let me just have a seat here now and take a look at some of these things that you're doing here. You're doing all the same goddamn thing I'm doing. So go ahead. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and cut your own fucking dick off. Because whatever you say to me, I'm going to hold it like a knife straight to your motherfucking throat. They won't do it. This is what they're doing, right? It is not a right, regardless of whether the travel is for personal use or commercial gain. That's not true. Under California law, that's not true. Under state of California statutes, that would be true. Do you see? DMV, I like how they say DMV. It's a person. So they don't say the DMV. They just DMV, right? It's a person, right? Does not have the authority to exempt you from licensing and registration laws. That's just stupid. That's just a stupid sentence. Additionally, California law establishes punitive measures to be taken. Now, this is incorrect. This is false. Additionally, state of California statutes establish punitive measures to be taken when someone is contracted into the CVC, the California Vehicle Code. Now, that would be a correct sentence. If you naturalize in, they got you. When a person, which God knows what that means, operates, which has a special definition, a motor vehicle, which has a special definition, without complying with licensing and registration laws, comma, the person is subject to citation and or the vehicle is subject to impoundment by a law enforcement officer. Now, this sentence is perfect. When a person operates a motor vehicle without complying with licensing and registration laws, the person is subject to citation and or the vehicle is subject to impoundment. That is 100% correct. This is the last correspondence. Of course it is, because you're a little bitch. I will fucking destroy you. You will receive from DMV. From DMV, look at that. Not the DMV. DMV, because DMV is a person. It's a corporation. You're going to a corporation, bro, to get a license to operate your fucking car. Do you realize how that's not just crazy? That's not just insane. That's not just batshit insane. That's like padded cell level shit, bro. Like straight fucking jacket shit, bro. Do you realize that? I mean, it drives me crazy. You are going to, I mean, dude, I can't even. Oh, bro, please DMV, if you're watching this, someone from the DMV, a bar card attorney or whatever, please, I beg of you, so much blood will flow into my cock if you sue me. Please, I beg of you. I will create a news media outlet just to fucking talk about this every fucking day. I will go to CBS, NBC. I will fuck a news anchor. Not a guy. She's got to be a chick. She's got to be decent looking. But I will fuck her to get on the news to fucking bring this shit to... I mean, dude, we will have the greatest... This shit will be better than the Jerry Springer show. I promise you. I promise, honey. Please. Please. I beg of you. So anyways, okay, so let's pause here. Let's go to 49 CFR 390.5 T. And let's see what we got here. We're going to go down to driver. Driver. Where's driver at? Let me just make sure you're with me. We're all good. Looks like the camera's fixed. I think I finally fixed it, which is pretty fucking cool. Pretty shocking. Let's see what we got. Driver means any person who operates any commercial motor vehicle. Okay. Now, let's break this down. Let's go with person first. I believe person is down here. Let me just find that for you. It's in alphabetical order. Excellent. That makes it very easy for us. Let's find person. Person means any individual, partnership, association, corporation, business trust. By the way, we are not business trusts. Anything we do is not a business trust. That is a oxymoron. Business trust is the same as saying sovereign citizen. Business trust is hilarious. There is no such thing as a business trust. That's like saying a womanly man, which I guess that makes some sense. I don't know. I don't know a motorcycle car. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's fucking dumb. Yes, it has a definition, but fuck that. We're not even going to go there. That's pure Down syndrome shit. Okay? So, person means any individual, partnership, association, corporation, business trust, or any other organized group of individuals. Okay. They leave it open here at the end, kind of, because the word individuals, we never know what that means. So let's go back up to where we were at, driver, right? Let's go back to driver. Means any person who operates any commercial motor vehicle. So we have the word operates. So I'm not even going to fucking get into this, bro, but it's a nightmare, the word operate. Anyone says I'm operating anything, we've got a long conversation ahead of us, and I'm going to be destroying your life. I am going to make you look like the biggest retard that has ever walked the earth. If you so much as even utter the word operate, I will fucking destroy you. And they always use it, and they have no idea that it's this fucking long nightmare of a fucking definition that's never going to go anywhere. Operates is hilarious. Commercial motor vehicle. So we're going to go back, and commercial motor vehicle has its own definition here. Let's take a look. We have commercial motor vehicle. And people will go, oh, Brandon, this is from the federal FMSCA website. This is federal. A lot of these things are done in state court. Automobile. Definition, California. So many cocksuckers out there, especially recently. God, so many cocksucking pieces of shit have come on my shit. It's hilarious. I guess, what do they say? When you start getting a lot of haters, you finally made it. Well, you poor bastards are about ready to get your fucking dick cut off with 2.0 because you guys are fucking with me now. 2.0 ain't even out yet. 2.0 is going to crush your soul. You think you're going to... I don't even see these guys going on there and fact-checking my 1.0. 1.0 is trash. This thing is going to just tsunami your bitch ass into dust, bro. All right. An automobile is a passenger vehicle. It does not transport persons for hire. And then we have a commercial vehicle as a vehicle which is used or maintained for the transportation of persons for hire, blah, blah, blah. And we can go on and on and on. We can dig through all this and dig through all that. I'm not going to get into all that. You will find it at the state level. It's a little bit different no matter where you go, right? But here we go. On the federal level, we're back to the federal level now, 49 CFR 390.5 T. Commercial motor vehicle means any self-propelled or towed motor vehicle used on the highway and interstate commerce to transport passengers or property, wind the vehicle, and then it has a whole bunch of additional information. It's got to be a weight of 10,001 pounds or more. So then it gets even more complicated. You're like, well, what if I'm just a chauffeur for fucking Uber? It doesn't fit this definition because of point number one. So, I mean, dude, this gets so easy when you start to understand how all this stuff works. It gets to be so fucking easy to fight this shit. It's just complicated. It's just a lot to learn. But when you learn it, it's really, really easy to fight it, as you're starting to see, right? So now we'll get into my Shelby GT500. I'll show you guys that, and then we'll get into the driver's license stuff. So we have the... So I moved, if you look at the, where is it? This one here. So what this is for $5. By the way, I don't think anyone knows this. You can get this printout for anyone. You can go to the DMV right now in California or any state really. It's all public information. This is all anything with the DMV and anything with commerce and all this. You're all operating as a government employee or officer of the government. So everything involving all of this stuff is all public information, and you can go in there, and if you have a person's driver's license or whatever, this is what lawyers do. They get the driver's license info, or they get the license plate info, or whatever, any info they can. They go in, they pay $5. Look, you can see here, $5 at the bottom. They pay $5, and they can get a printout just like this of whatever it is you have, and they can get this. Here is the Department of Motor Vehicles receipt for registration information request for my Shelby GT500, right? And you can see all the transactions that I did with it, right? And you see here insurance information on file, which I don't know how or why they have that. And then they have here the license number, the year, make, model, which is interesting because they don't say GT500. And then you can see I was fucking with them like crazy. Oh, no, not on here. You'll see it on the driver's license. So I had the normal address here a long time ago. And then surrender of title. And then it says here SD, right? So the title was transferred. The first thing that I did with this is, and you can see the transactions here. The first thing I did with this was I transferred the vehicle to South Dakota. They do out-of-state trust registration, right? So I had out-of-state trust registration, and give me 1 second. My other computer's making some noise. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so out-of-state trust registration with South Dakota. So for those of you who still want to have your shit registered and you're like kind of half pussies like I was at this time period, and you're like, I kind of want to be in the system. I still want to get registration. I still want to be a pussy, but I'm kind of like, I want to start moving out, but like step by step, which is what I did. You'll see I did it with everything. I didn't just jump out on anything, bro. Like Joe Lustica, my buddy, who I've done a bunch of shows with, he was just jumping out of everything. He was jumping out of planes and jumping off of buildings and fucking, drinking whiskey on the way down. Like that wasn't me, bro. I was slow burn on a lot of this stuff. So if you want to, I'm showing you this because you can kind of do it the same way if you want. You can take little baby steps, right? So I sent all my shit to South Dakota under a trust, and this is the document, and then I had this with South Dakota plates for a while. Okay, then I sent this in, and I destroy all security interest is hereby removed or rescinded on this vehicle. Void, destroy. This is kind of what I wrote on the other one that I didn't scan before I sent it, which is too bad. But this kind of gives you an idea of kind of what I did with that. And then they never responded. They never did anything. I sent them multiple letters. They never responded. And then I also sent them back this. This is the registration. I sent that back. Same thing, to be destroyed forever. Destroy all information. And then there was a document that went with this that was kind of similar to the other one I showed you. I'm not going to get into that. Just, hey, this is no longer involved in anything. Get rid of this. I don't want to have anything to do with this. There's no longer a security interest with the state of South Dakota. Blah, 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 blah. Kind of similar to the other one, right? And then, let's see here. Vessel history. So now we'll get into the driver's license. So this is... nope, that's the newest one. And then we have... Let me see here. And then we have 4. And then we have 5. Let me just take a look here. Okay, so this is when was this one issued? 2020, and when was this one issued? 2015. Okay, let's start here. So here's Meth Head branded, okay, and this goes to show you just a normal guy, right? C-Class with a motorcycle endorsement, okay, obviously, issued on 2015. This is when I just got back from New York City, and I had just come back to California. I think my license had been expired for like 2 or 3 years, but I was in New York City, so I didn't need it. So you can see there's nothing special here. Look like a crackhead, normal ass fucking dumbass signature, and that's it. Normal everything. In the system, bitch ass slave, cucumber in the ass, the whole 9 yards. Okay, now super retarded smile, look like a child molester, basically, with my double chin and my weird fucking hair, whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. Bullshit signature, right? This is in 2020. Okay. More horse shit, right? Terrible, horrible. And then here we have Brandon. Now look at how happy I am here, right? That's the what's up, bitch look that I got for the fucking DMV. Yeah, take that picture, you fucking piece of shit. That's kind of what was going through my mind, right? So we got the CO, which means I don't live here. Just fucking, CO. They took it. I mean, no one was doing this when I did this, right? And then if we zoom in on this, where's the, oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let's go in. Whoa, what is it? 300 something? Anyways, without prejudice, UCC 1-308. Brandon -Joe Williams, agent is how I signed this, and they accepted it. Okay, and are you a U.S. citizen? Yes or no? I click no. Later on, I went to the DMV and filled out one of these. And I filled it out for, look at this, name of person as shown on the license. You see how careful they are with the wording? They don't say, what is your name? Oh, no. That'd be way too simple. What is the name of person shown on license? You see how careful that is? Unbelievable. Authorized signature. Signing on behalf of an entity, don't forget. So what's the address? Of the person listed on this first box. CO, blah, blah. License number, date of birth. It's not my date of birth. It's the Ensley just date of birth. Location of license attached. I voluntarily surrender the driver's license. Print your name. Okay. Box 1 didn't say name of you or your name. See the difference? Print your name, Williams, Brandon, Joe, agent. What's my address? Rule-free delivery without the United States pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1746. I wanted evidence before I left because I wasn't sure if they were even going to process this. So I got the lady. I was very nice to her. I wore a nice suit and said that I was an attorney on behalf of the person listed on the driver's license. I don't know what they were thinking. It was pretty easy. I had my power of attorney. Signature here, office number, date, and then this is the original little card that I had when I went there. Again, you want to keep everything you can as evidence just in case they don't perform, because you're going to sue the fuck out of these people, right? I'm almost kind of sad these days when people perform, because it's more fun to sue them than it is to actually just get them to perform. The principal does not reside in any of the 50 corporate states, and I capitalized the word states. Now, if I can go back in time and change this, it would say the principal does not reside in any of the 50 corporate states, comma, or the District of Columbia. I wish I would have added that. It's not a big deal, but it would have been even better if I did. And then you'll see here, this is my driver's license history. You can also order this on any person whenever you want. It's also very easy. And it's $5, as you can see here. So all your information, you guys are worried about identity theft, and you guys are worried about all this, bro. Any of these things that you guys do in commerce or as fucking trade or business or any of this stuff, I bet you I could probably do a FOIA request to the IRS, and they're going to be like, oh, no, we can't send you that because of privacy, blah, blah, blah. I could probably sue the IRS and get all sorts of information about you, bro. It's all public. Everything is public. It's fucking crazy. So this is my driver's license. And I went and collected all this information the other day. I went to the DMV and met the fucking supervisor because everyone was trying to kick me out of there. And I was like, no. You know, I told them that I'm getting rid of my U.S. citizenship and I'm traveling the world as an ambassador diplomat on behalf of the Amnesty Coalition, and I desperately need this information for the government, and I need it for my I don't know what I said, but it was so fucking funny. And they're like, all right, we'll help you. I'm like, look, I want to go online and I want to do these things, but I just can't. And if you could just help me, I really appreciate it. I'll pay $500. I don't care what it costs. And I went on this whole song and dance, and they finally helped me. So I was able to get all this information specifically for this video. I wanted to show you that you can get this on anyone. You can see the date and time here when I got this information, right? So if we look here, if we look back at the surrender document, what's the date on the surrender document? We've got December 27th, 2023. And then if you look here, it says license status expired and then also surrendered by subject. I mean, I don't know what the fuck subject means, but I ain't one of those. So you can kiss my ass. It ain't me anyways. Driver's license canceled effective 12/27/23. Reason, voluntary cancellation. Convictions none, failures to appear none, accidents none. Like I told you in the last video or whatever it was, 6 or whatever it was, I don't have any. I'm the whitest motherfucker to ever walk the earth, bro. I'm patty cake, waiting in line with a smile to get my driver's license renewed. Paying my taxes like a good man, every goddamn thing, going through all my accounts by hand and carefully calculating all of my expenses and my marketing expenses and reducing my all of it. The whitest shit you've ever seen in your whole fucking life. I've been doing it since the day I was born. There's no. It's the craziest thing in the world that I'm even here, to be honest with you, right? So. It says non-commercial, which is it's so fraudulent. That is so fraudulent that they have that there. That is fraud. I'll probably sue them for that. Now that I think about it. So I'm going to show you, I'm not going to get into it now, but we're going to get into private motor carrier and then what is a private motor carrier, DOT. I want to do a full process for you. I think it's the next video. No. 2 videos from now. The next one is going to be a traffic stop breakdown, and then we'll get into that. I'll show you, I'm actually going to show you the diplomatic plates on that video. Let me just pause this for a moment. I'm going to make some notes here. Okay. So we've already gone over the pink slip. We've already gone over this motor vehicle theft prevention program. I believe that the motor vehicle theft prevention program is 34 USC 12611. I think this is what registration is. It says that it's voluntary. It says that you have to display program details on the owner's car. I'm not going to get into this too much. Basically, what this program is it's designed to where you waive all your rights. You can be pulled over for absolutely any reason. The officers don't need reasonable, articulable suspicion or anything else. And they can pull you over specifically to verify your identity and make sure that you are the registered owner of the commercial vehicle, which is exactly what cops are doing all the time. The first thing they want, their dick is hard as fuck every goddamn time. They want identification. As far as I'm concerned, no one knows it, and everyone, all the cops are following the motor vehicle theft prevention program, which is an entirely fucking voluntary program. There is absolutely nothing tying you down to anything. And if you want to leave the program, literally it's like, let me see if I can find it super fast. On my state national resources page, motor vehicle theft. Let's see if I have it here. Okay. Wow, I actually have that here. Cool. So this is how easy it is to leave the motor vehicle theft prevention program. Owner withdrawal from the program. You can see here Motor Vehicle Theft Prevention Act regulations. An owner may withdraw from the program. Now it says here the program is clickable. National Voluntary Motor Vehicle Theft Prevention Program implemented pursuant to the Motor Vehicle Theft Prevention Act. Removing the program decal and changing the license plate if necessary. The owner is also encouraged to notify the participating agency in writing of such withdrawal. That's how easy it is to exit registration, right? And the cops won't, they'll freak out. They'll have like 16 and a half heart attacks. You show them that, right? So it says here, voluntary consent. The consent must state clearly that the participation in the program is voluntary. It has to state that the participating vehicle is being operated under specific conditions during certain times and dates. And then it says, if you scroll down, it says, let's see here if I can. Anyways, you can read this. Obviously, it's not operated like this, right? But it says here, anyone can pull you over for any reason. They don't need any. Include an express statement that the vehicle is not normally operated under the specified conditions and that the operation of the vehicle under those conditions would provide sufficient ground for a prudent law enforcement officer to reasonably believe that the vehicle is not being operated by or with the consent of the owner. So this whole theft prevention program, it's like this fucking contract where you're paying into a contractual thing where the police are supposedly assisting you and helping you prevent your vehicle from being stolen, even though they drive around and steal your shit. So it's a big joke. This is what registration is as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on this. I've never seen anything that would contradict that. I'm 92% sure. Okay. A ticket or a citation. Let's go over to me. The camera's been pretty good. I think I finally fixed that. A ticket or a citation is very simple. You've naturalized into state of California. State of California has a California vehicle code commercially. You've contracted into that code by being a resident of state of California as well as by being the executor of the trust of which the vehicle was the res of, which was placed into which was placed into this trust where the state of California is the trustee and Brandon Joe Williams in all caps, the ens legis, is the beneficiary. You created that trust as the executor. You paid for it, you applied for it, and it was approved. That's how tickets or citations are written. Tickets or citations are micro lawsuits for breach of contract. You contracted into the CVC through naturalization and through being an executor for the trust, two totally different contracts. And then the ticket or citation is the private security force called the police operating on behalf of the trustee of the vehicle called State of California, which owns your vehicle. You don't own it. They own it. Is writing a complaint, which means lawsuit, for breach of contract of the California Vehicle Code, which is only applicable if you sign into it and only applicable under commercial activity. Okay? We're almost done here. I know this has been a little bit of a convoluted, longer one. I do hope you're enjoying it and getting a lot out of it. I'm trying to show you everything. So if you need to watch it more than once, please do so. 18 USC 1545. This is what you use your passport for. Whoever violates any safe conduct or passport duly obtained and issued under authority of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. If police... This is why, in my opinion, even though people are getting these 4- and 5-star passports that may still be considered U.S. citizen because they're still sending in long-form birth certificates, this is why they're getting treated like diplomats. It's kind of confusing, right? You think to yourself like, well, wait a second, Brandon. In the earlier video, you said if you send in long-form birth certificates, then you're a U.S. citizen, but people are getting treated as though they're diplomats. And I think this is why. Because you can get a United States citizen. I don't know, bro, because we're putting no to U.S. citizen. So I don't know, like, they think we're 14th Amendment and all this stuff. It's one of those things where just do all the stuff however you want, and then if things explode later on, you're going to take all the information in this course and you're going to write the most fucking deadly responses and counterclaims and countersuits that have ever been written since the dawn of fucking time, and you're just going to steamroll the fuck out of these people. Don't worry about every little detail. Just learn the information, get a lot of it down, and it doesn't matter what you have, you know, because no matter what you have in the background, they're going to do whatever they're going to do anyway, so fuck it. And then the next video on the course is going to be a show with me and a guy named Captain Morgan breaking down a beautiful traffic stop and what I think you should do and what he did and what he should have done. Now, very careful on this. During the show, the fucking thing crashed, and I had all these technical issues. It took me like a month and a half or like 3 weeks to get all the stuff even back. I almost lost the whole show, right? So if you go into the show description notes, you'll see a link. It's to the original video, which is unlisted, okay? And you have to go to the original video. If you can't find it, just let me know, and I'll try to fix it or whatever. But I think it's fine. Last I checked, it was fine. Let me just check this real quick, actually. Yeah, so I just checked. The original video is still up. We're all good. I think it's not going anywhere. It's unlisted, though. You can watch Captain Morgan's original full 34, I believe it's 34 minutes, 34-minute video. And then mine is a breakdown of that. And I'm sorry, it crashed and I could never get it, and it's just all fucked up. It's not all fucked up. It's just when I switched the camera back and forth, all of that was removed and never made it into the final video. So I just cut it to where it just goes chick, chick, chick to the next level. So it's like if we're watching the video for 5 whole minutes quietly, it just cuts all that out of the video, and it's just a shortened version of that. But even regardless of all that, I just love the video so much. I think it's so helpful, and I think it's so good, and it's kind of long. It's very detailed. It's a very, very good breakdown of a traffic stop. And then after you watch the traffic stop, then we're going to get into, I'm going to show you step by step how to get a private motor carrier DOT number and how to get foreign diplomatic license plates, all for almost no cost. The DOT number is free, and the diplomatic plates are going to be like $100 for 2 plates. Okay, so I'll see you guys. The next video is a previously recorded video with Captain Morgan, so I won't see you there, but I'll see you on video number 10, which is going to be the next one, okay?